Hey guys, it's Tammy. Welcome to my channel. Today I am doing a fragrance tag that was started by Emmy at Emmy's World of Fragrance. And thank you, Emmy, for tagging me in this. I love doing fragrance tag videos. And she has 13 questions. She chose 13 because 13 is her daughter's favorite number. So I thought that was pretty sweet. And I love these questions. I don't think many of them are repeats from my previous fragrance tag video. And if they are, some of the answers have actually changed. So starting with question number 1, what is your first fragrance memory? And I think that a lot of my fragrance memories originate in the bathrooms of my grandparents and my parents when I was growing up. So my father's shaving cream, he always used to put shaving cream on his face so much, look like Santa Claus, and then come and try to pretend that he was going to give us a kiss. So we would scream and run away because we didn't want shaving cream on our face. My grandfather had Old Spice cologne. I remember playing around with that in the bathroom. And my grandmother had little rose-shaped soaps in the bathroom. My mother had a powder that was white shoulders powder. So I feel like all of these soaps and powders and shaving creams and aftershaves are sort of my earliest fragrance memories. Just, you know, being in the bathroom, like sneaking around, looking through the bathroom. What are all these products? It just sort of sparked a curiosity about scent. And so those are my earliest fragrance memories. Question number 2, what is your signature scent? So for me, I would say my signature scent is probably Versace Crystal Noir. In terms of a signature scent being something that everyone recognizes you by, probably this is not my signature scent. I probably would not have one in that case because I'm switching up my perfumes too often for someone to smell a smell and automatically associate it with me. That's probably not going to happen. But when I smell Versace Crystal Noir, I think of me. So it's probably my all-time favorite scent. With Sage and Sea Salt by Jo Malone would be more of a summer signature scent. This would be more spring, fall, and winter. But really, this is the one that makes me think most of me. Often when people do a video on astrology and assigning each of the astrological signs different scents, usually you do see Crystal Noir assigned to Scorpio, and I am a Scorpio. So I don't know if it's because of that, but it just suits me. It feels like me, and I would definitely call Crystal Noir my signature scent. Question number 3 is, what is the perfect perfume for a night out? I chose a certain scent category. I actually chose a couple of perfumes, and there are more that go in this category, but basically it's something fruity with oud. Fruity and oudy to me is a night out, and so I chose Mula by Byron Parfums, and it just has that strawberry and berry scent, but with that deep, sexy type of woodiness. It's fun, and it's makes me feel more outgoing. It gives me a little bit of confidence, this type of scent. And I also actually chose Zenobia by Tomavicci because this has a very similar scent. This is a little bit more rich and deep, I find. And eventually I probably will, if I run out of this, I'll definitely get a full bottle of Zenobia. This is in the same scent category. So is Xerjoff La Capitale. They all sort of smell a little bit similar to me. And actually La Capitale is one that I would love to have someday too. So yeah, the sweet and fruity yet sexy oudy scents are perfect for me for a night out. Question number 4, what is a fragrance that you didn't expect to love? And my answer for this is Espiritu by House of Bō. When I picked it up in the store, I wasn't actually expecting to like it because what I had heard about it was that it was very incensey. I don't consider myself necessarily an incense lover, although I'm sure there are fragrances I own that have a note of incense that I still do enjoy, but I don't think of myself as a real incense aficionado. I wasn't sure what to expect, but I did not expect to love it. And when I picked it up in the store and I smelled it, it instantly went to the top of my wish list, and I did end up purchasing it. I'm so happy to have this. And I'll talk more about this in an upcoming video, but to me, this scent, it is sort of, it's very, very woody, but it's a type of woodiness that I love, that I really, really love. I should really know the notes and everything, but I don't. I just know that it smells so good to me. It's a silky, smooth type of wood. It's really, really good. I was not expecting this to blow my socks off. I was not expecting to love this. I didn't think I was going to hate it, but I didn't expect to love it as much as I did, to the point where I literally went ahead and purchased a full bottle, well, 40 ml bottle. And this did remind me of a few other fragrances, and I've actually found the one that it reminds me the most of, which is one that I just thought of yesterday. I just realized what it reminds me of. So I will do a more in-depth review on Espiritu by the House of Bō, but I am super happy to have this one, you guys. Question number 5, what is a perfume you can't stand? I almost feel bad about answering this question because I know that there are going to be people who love this scent, and I don't want to say anything to offend anyone. Just think of it like food. If someone else loves onions, I don't understand why, but I can still accept them and I love them, and it doesn't offend me that they like onions. And when I tell them I hate onions, it doesn't offend them either. So just think of it like food. If there's a food you like and someone else doesn't like it, or vice versa, you're not going to be offended. So just take this, just realize that everyone experiences fragrances differently, but there is one perfume that I can't stand, and it's Poets of Berlin by Vilhelm. I'm so sorry if you like it, but I really can't stand it. It smells exactly like Benylin DM or Robitussin, exactly like cough medicine, but not a cherry kind of medicine, like the bad medicine, the one that they didn't even try to make it taste good. It's not for kids. It's made for people who want to, you know, tough it out. They want to just see how much they can stand in this cough medicine. I actually had gotten it in my advent calendar a couple of years ago. And I remember my niece was here and she wanted to spray it on. I was like, sure, like, you know, go ahead. She sprayed it on and I couldn't stand it. I couldn't stand it even on her. Like, it's not just my skin chemistry. Like, she smelled like a bottle of cough medicine so strongly that it's overpowering and overwhelming. Now, Vilhelm is not a house that I mesh well with. I had a discovery set and there was nothing in there that I really cared for. But thanks to my friend Kathy, and she had sent me a few samples from Vilhelm, I actually found one, finally, from this brand that I actually like, and it's Sparkling Joe. And it's really pretty, and I need to play with it a little bit more, but I really like that one. But Poets of Berlin is just a no for me. I'm so sorry if you like that one. It's just, we're all different. Our noses are different. Please forgive me. Question number 6, a fragrance you wear when you want to feel cozy. I do have a lot of cozy schmozy fragrances that I love that are very powdery. I've been wearing a lot of them to bed lately. There are a lot of them that I love, but the one that I've just been drawn to over and over again lately is Essential Parfums, the Musk. This just does it for me. This gives me all the cozy feels, and there's something about the way that it just wafts around me. It just fills the air, but not in an overpowering way. It is musky, but it's not a safe blind buy. I don't feel. It's very different. The beeswax and the lavender and I think there's ginger, whatever notes are in it, just make it very unique. But it just fills the air and it just surrounds me, and it really does feel like I'm wearing a blanket. Like the softest, coziest, warmest blanket when I wear this fragrance. The Musk by Essential Parfums. Question number 7, what is your most complimented scent? I did actually answer this in my most recent tag video that I did, and the answer is still the same. Not to bore you, but not everyone may have seen that video, so I will tell you that Dead Cool Taunt is my current most complimented fragrance. I always say it's like a lemon gourmand for baby angels. It makes you feel like a Precious Moments character. It is so sweet and adorable. It's vanilla and amber and a strong bergamot note to me, like that citrus is so present in this to me. And this does just radiate off your skin, and people catch whiffs of it, and it's a no-fail compliment getter for me. Like, if I wear this and there's anyone around, I will get a compliment on it. Like, it's no fail. Question number 8, what is a fragrance that you would wear to an important event? And Emmy said that she was thinking of an event of something like a job interview or a wedding, something where you didn't want a fragrance that's too overpowering. You were just looking for something that had an understated elegance. And the fragrance that I chose for that question is Atelier d'Azur Pink Me Up. So this fragrance does have an understated elegance to it, in my opinion. It has a berry sweetness, but it is like dropping blackberries into a glass of champagne and you're holding a rose in your other hand. Like it's classy and elegant. It has a little bit of sweetness, but not overpowering at all. It's very sparkling and bright and happy with the blackberry and the champagne, but the rose and the patchouli that are in here sort of ground it and make it more grown up and elegant. So paint me up. I could see wearing this to a job interview, to a wedding, to any event that you just wanted to sort of stand out and still be understated. Question number 9, what is a fragrance that makes you feel like $1,000,000? This was an easy one for me to answer, and this is Kayali's Sweet Diamond Pink Pepper. There is no fragrance that makes me feel on a high and so powerful and so amazing. It makes me feel like $1,000,000 for sure. There's something about, like when I smell it from the cap, I'm like, okay, it's sort of a deep, woody, jammy rose. But when I'm wearing it, something happens. Now, I don't know if you have been here long enough to have seen another tag video that I did a couple years ago, my fragrance personality. And the question was, what is your boss babe scent? And I actually twirled around and spun around and turned into Boss Babe Tammy, just like Wonder Woman does. Who remembers me pretending to be Wonder Woman and spinning around and actually changing into Boss Babe Tammy? This makes me feel like $1,000,000. Most recently, I did wear it on my cruise. We went out to dinner at one of the restaurants, and I could not stop saying to my husband, like, honey, I smell so good. I smell so good. He's like, yeah, you do. I mean, he's not huge on rose, but he does not mind this on me. So there's just something about it. Denny, how you feel? I feel great. Lil Bo, how you feel? Just like $1,000,000, Danny. There's only one person I know watching this video that might understand that reference, and that's Liz. Liz is the only other person I know that listens to rap like I do. Although that was a huge TikTok trend back in the day, that how you feel, just like $1,000,000, Danny. So Sweet Diamond Pink Pepper by Kayali makes me feel like $1,000,000. Question number 10, what is a fragrance that you'd recommend for a beginner? Well, like Emmy said, it would be sort of hard to recommend a specific fragrance for someone if you didn't know their tastes. But if I had one of my girlfriends come over and say, what do you recommend? I'm just starting out, and I took her out to my perfume room, I think I would sort of reach for, in the fresh category, I would sort of reach for Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Eau Intense, because this is a very classic scent. It's been beloved by many for a long, long time. It stood the test of time. It's fresh, it's not offensive, and there's something about wearing it in the air. If I just smell it from the atomizer, it just smells sort of citrusy and fresh and woody. But whenever I've smelled this on someone else and asked them what they're wearing and it's been this, I really get a very fresh, creamy scent, like very creamy, but like a little bit citrusy and woody, but creamy. And if my friend came over and she actually preferred something very sweet, you know, I'd actually recommend Yes I Am by Cacharel. Because I feel like, yes, it's just sort of like berries and cream sweetness, but it's sort of a step up to me from something like Viva La Juicy by Juicy Couture. There's just something a little bit more special about it, and I'm sort of outgrowing it a little bit. I've thought about decluttering it. I still can't deny how pretty it smells. Like, it smells so, so pretty. And I feel like a lot of people would like this. Whenever I have had people come up to my perfume closet, I call it my perfume room, but it's just a big, huge walk-in closet. You know, funny enough, one that at least 3 or 4 people has been their favorite of everything they've smelled has been Rare Tiffany by Afnan. I know, you're not going to believe that, but because to me, it's a very challenging scent. But they'll say, okay, this is probably my favorite one. And I'm just like, really? Okay, that's interesting. And another one that I just thought of right now that a lot of people do love when they come smell my collection is Elizabeth Arden Mediterranean. It's sort of a fruity floral. There's a little bit of depth to it. A butterfly. Oh my God. I can't believe that. Okay. There's not even any buds on the trees here. There's no flowers out. It's still damp, raw Canadian April here right now. So I can't believe I just saw butterfly, but anyway. And the thing about Mediterranean is it is so, so, so affordable. You still can find it on any of the discount sites, and it's as low as like $10 or $15. So that's just an honorable mention, but it would be really hard to recommend a fragrance. You'd have to have them over and smell all your perfumes and see what they like. But those were a couple of the ones that came to mind that I would recommend for a beginner. Question number 11 is, what is the one scent you would wear forever? And honestly, I have not really answered this one yet. I don't know what I'm going to say for it. What is the one scent I would wear forever? I mean, you'd think I would say Crystal Noir, and I probably would say Crystal Noir, to be honest. Let me make sure that I want to stick with this one. Yeah, that's how much I love it. That's how much I love it. Crystal Noir, I would choose this as the one scent I'd wear forever. Question number 12, what is a fragrance that is currently on your wish list? Well, in the last tag video I did, that was also a question, and my answer for that one was Espiritu by House of Bō. And as you've seen, I now own that one. So I need to put a new one at the top of my wish list. You know, honestly, Bon Bon Pop by the House of Oud is pretty close to the top of my wish list. I've wanted that one for quite a while. I'm waiting for it to come back in stock on Fragrance Buy because they have it for such a really good price on there. Another one that is on my wish list is L'Eau Papier by Diptyque. If I find that for a really good price, I'd love to have that one. Even though I do have a lot of clean, musky scents, there is something really special about it, and I want it. Listen, there are probably 50 fragrances that I would absolutely love to have. And maybe sometime I will go through. I just recently watched Marlene Estelle had her collection video. And as she showed all of her perfumes, my mind was just going like, oh yeah, I'd love to have that. I'd love to have that. I'd love to have that. There were dozens that I thought, man, I really would love to have that. So I'm going to go watch that video again. Maybe I'll link that below just in case you want to check it out too, because she has such a glorious collection. I love perfume collection videos, you guys. I love seeing what everybody has. It's like for me going to an art museum. It's just like candy for my eyes. I just love it. So next time I watch that video, I am going to actually write down all the ones that I kind of had the inclination like, oh gosh, I'd love to have that. I'm going to write them all down and see what my sort of, if I won the lottery wish list really is. But for now, I'm going to stick with Bon Bon Pop and L'Eau Papier. And the last question, number 13, what is your perfume buying ritual? For me, I'm a sampler. I love to get samples. I enjoy buying samples and testing them out almost more than buying full bottles of perfume. Because when I get a full bottle of perfume, I actually feel sort of guilty that it's sitting there on my shelf while I'm busy testing all these new perfumes, because I do want to smell every new thing, not just new that's coming out, the next new thing, but new to me, things that I've heard people speak about, even if they're older fragrances. And if they sound good to me, I just want to smell them. I want to sample them. I just want to know what they smell like. So what I have been doing, and a lot of you know that I have been picking one note per month and taking a week and wearing all my samples with that note as the dominant note, and choosing one to put on my wish list. So that's how I arrived at Bon Bon Pop being on my wish list, and L'Eau Papier. Another one, actually, I should have mentioned in the wish list question is Damask by Ormond Jane. It's another one that I'm really interested in. So my perfume buying ritual basically is I order samples that I think sound really good to me and that sound like I will really like them. I try them out, and then I look within my own collection of things that it reminds me of. And then I compare them back and forth. And if it's really different from anything I own, then I'll look for the best deal I can. 90% of the time I like to shop on Fragrance Buy because it is a Canadian site and they have unbelievable prices, and I've had really good luck with them. Their shipping is amazing. I really like them. So I kind of stick with them for the most part, and then I buy it. I buy it. I've really shied away from just blind buying, although I still do it sometimes, and I do find it fun when I do it. But for the most part, I really enjoy sampling and making sure something is unique enough and different to my collection that I actually want it, and finding a really good deal, really good sale, and just going for it. So those are the 13 questions in the perfume diary tag started by Emmy at Emmy's World of Fragrance. Thank you, Emmy, again for tagging me. I really enjoyed doing this video, and I would like to tag, I usually don't tag any specific people, I just invite everyone to do it, but I would really love to hear a few people's answers. I'm gonna tag Verity from Verity Scents, and I'll tag Liz from Naturally Liz. I'd love to see your answers. All of my perfume friends, anyone who creates videos, you know, I always start tagging people and then I'm like, no, because I don't want to leave anyone out. So all of y'all are tagged. I'd love to see any of your answers. They are great questions. I really enjoyed answering them. Some of them made me really think, and others were just super easy to answer. It was just so fun doing this. And I really appreciate you guys joining me today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.